Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. I am Lucas.
And I am Anna. Today, we are talking about something that is a big part of our lives: technology, social media, and the future. Lucas, what is one piece of technology you cannot live without?
Definitely my laptop. I use it for work, for learning, and for watching movies. It is very important. What about you, Anna?
For me, it is my smartphone. I use it for everything: calling, texting, checking emails, and even finding directions. Technology has changed our daily lives a lot.
Yes, and we can buy almost anything online now, from clothes to groceries. It is very convenient. However, sometimes I miss going to physical stores and seeing products in person. Every new technology has good and bad sides.
That is true. And think about how we learn. We can find so much information on the internet instantly. We can watch educational videos or take online courses. But we also need to be careful about fake news and unreliable sources.
Let us talk about social media. Anna, do you use social media a lot?
Yes, I use it to stay in touch with friends, share photos, and see what is happening in the world. I like Instagram and Facebook. Social media connects people across the globe.
I use Twitter to read news and follow interesting people. It is a good way to get quick updates. It is also a great tool for businesses to reach customers and for artists to share their work.
But there are also downsides. Sometimes people spend too much time on social media, and it can affect their mental health. And there is the issue of privacy. We need to be careful about what we share online.
What do you think the future of technology will look like, Anna? I think artificial intelligence, AI, will become even more common. We already see it in smart assistants like Siri or Alexa, and in self-driving cars.
Yes, AI is fascinating. It can help us solve complex problems, but some people worry about it taking away jobs. How do you think AI will affect our daily lives in the next few years?
I think AI assistants will become even smarter and more personalized. They might help us manage our schedules, order groceries, or even teach us new skills.
That sounds very convenient. Another big area is virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR. Imagine being able to visit a museum in another country without leaving your home.
Absolutely. Imagine learning history by walking through ancient Rome in VR, or studying anatomy by seeing 3D models of the human body in AR. It would make learning much more engaging. And what about robotics? Do you think robots will be everywhere?
I think robots will help us with many tasks, especially dangerous or repetitive ones. They might clean our homes or work in factories, but some people worry about AI taking jobs away from humans.
That is a valid concern. However, AI can also create new jobs and industries. We need to adapt and learn new skills to work alongside AI. It is all about how we use these powerful tools.
With all this technology, cybersecurity becomes very important. Protecting our personal information and devices from hackers and viruses is crucial. We need strong passwords and to be careful about what we click online.
And digital literacy is also key. It means understanding how to use technology safely and effectively. For example, knowing how to spot fake news or understanding the privacy settings on social media.
We should always be learning and updating our knowledge about cybersecurity and digital literacy because the digital world is always changing. How do you think technology will change the way we work in the future?
I think remote work will become even more common. People can work from anywhere, which offers more flexibility. And automation might take over many repetitive tasks, allowing humans to focus on more creative and complex work.
What about our personal lives? Will technology make us more connected or more isolated? It is a balance. Technology can connect us with people across the world, but we also need to make sure we have real-life interactions.
And finding a good work-life balance will be even more important with technology blurring the lines between work and home. The future is exciting, but it also requires us to be thoughtful and adaptable.
Lucas, have you heard about smart cities? They use technology to improve urban living, right? Like smart traffic lights that reduce congestion, or smart grids that manage energy more efficiently.
Exactly. Smart cities aim to be more sustainable and livable. They often use sensors to monitor air quality, waste management, and public safety. Imagine less pollution and safer streets.
And many smart cities are also focusing on green technology, like renewable energy sources and vertical farms to grow food locally. It is all about creating a better future for the planet and its people.
Let us shift our focus to something even bigger: space exploration. Do you think humans will live on other planets soon?
It is a big dream, but companies like SpaceX are making it more possible. We might see space tourism become common and perhaps even colonies on the Moon or Mars in the distant future. And what about finding alien life?
Scientists are constantly searching for signs of life beyond Earth. The universe is so vast, it is hard to imagine we are alone. Space technology also helps us here on Earth, with things like GPS and weather forecasting.
With all these amazing advancements, we also need to think about the ethics of technology. For example, with AI, we need to ensure it is used fairly and does not have biases. And with data privacy, who owns our information online? How is it being used? These are big questions.
We also need to consider the impact of automation on jobs and how society can adapt to these changes. It is about making sure technology serves humanity, not the other way around. And that requires careful thought and discussion from everyone.
Finally, let us talk about digital citizenship. To me, it means being a responsible and ethical user of technology and the internet. It is about being respectful online, protecting your own information, and being aware of your digital footprint.
So, it is like being a good citizen in the real world, but in the digital world.
Exactly. And understanding the global impact of technology. How our online actions can affect people in other countries. It is a big responsibility, but also a great opportunity to connect and learn from each other. How can technology help people with English learning?
Oh, in many ways. You can use language learning apps like Duolingo or Babbel. They make learning fun and interactive. And you can watch English movies or TV shows with subtitles. That helps with listening and vocabulary.
You can also find many online resources like our podcast. There are websites with grammar exercises, vocabulary lists, and practice tests. And don't forget about online communities where you can chat with native speakers or other learners. That is great for practicing speaking.
Technology makes English learning more accessible and personalized. You can learn at your own pace and focus on what you need most. It is a powerful tool if you use it wisely.
Absolutely. So embrace technology, but remember to balance it with real-world interactions. Well, that brings us to the end of Lesson 22.
We hope you enjoyed learning about technology, social media, and the future. Keep exploring, keep learning, and we will see you soon.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.